to another episode of Exalted Higher. I'm so happy that you joined us this week. And this week I have a very special guest joining us. And he comes to us all the way from Sweden. He's a choral conductor, a lecturer, songwriter, a gospel pioneer. He is the director of One Nation Sweden. And he's made it his life to spread the style and techniques of African-American gospel music, or what I call Black gospel music, in Sweden. I first discovered Jonas through another gentleman that we featured on the show, Isaac Cates, and a second gentleman, Calvin Bridges. So I'm so happy to be able to connect with Jonas, and thank God for Zoom that we can do this as if we were in the same room. Jonas Engstrom, welcome to our program.
Thank you so much for having me. It's wonderful to be here.
I just love hearing the accents. I'm sorry if I start getting Google-eyed and just kind of go off into a daze, it's because I'm stuck in that mode. So tell us a little bit about you and what you do, and then we'll get to talking about a little bit more about One Nation.
Yeah, actually, I've been singing in a like a children's choir in the Lutheran Church in Sweden. Uh-huh. But when I was like 15 years old, someone told me, my aunt actually told me they needed guys in a gospel choir here in Sweden. And I fell in love the very first night. I was home and I was whole. And I figured when I was 15 that this is what I want to do with my life. But I figure you can't do gospel music full time in Sweden. But so far I managed. And it's I fell in love that it made me whole, because I could use my whole body in the music in a new way. And also, my whole life, no matter if it was joy or struggle, the lyrics cover all the parts in my life, and also the way that you interact with the audience and the congregation, with the whole sanctuary involved in the music. That was kind of new and mind-blowing to me.
So did you, from the moment that you started working in gospel music, as an adult or as a music leader, did you just
I was 15.
Pardon me?
I was 15 at the time.
15. Oh, yes. Oh my. But did you start a gospel choir group at that time, at that age, or was it a little later on?
No, I was in the choir and did sing in different choirs and play the piano in different choirs. I'm from the very south of Sweden.
The south side of Sweden.
Yeah. The far south. So then we moved to the capital, and then I played. I was like the music director for a choir and a band in Stockholm, the Credo Choir. And then I get involved in the Stockholm Gospel Choir Festival, starting to work as like the artistic director and project manager for that festival.
So when did you make your first trip to America to learn more about this music?
Actually, we also have something called Folkhögskola in Sweden, which is like a high school for adults when you can study a special subject for 1 year. And we have 3 gospel schools in Sweden when you can study gospel music for a full year. And it was like 94 when we did with the school. Actually, they started the school and I was the piano player the very first year. I just felt I had to do this. And we came to Chicago and the First Church of Deliverance, and I was in heaven with the Hammond organs and the Purple Cross and everything. So
what year was that?
94.
Oh my goodness. Right. I know exactly where that church is. Wow. Yes. And have you been back since, obviously?
Yes. And then as my job at the Stockholm Gospel Choir Festival, we like every second year we do a trip to the States, inviting choir leaders from Sweden to come to the like Chicago or Atlanta or New York or something to experience gospel music. And I mean, you can sing gospel music in Sweden forever, but it really opens your eyes when you come to the States. to see like the tradition and history, and you understand that it's not so much about the music, it's so much about everything else.
Well, you
of course
guys,
the music as well.
you guys sound incredible. And if you close your eyes and just listen, you wouldn't know that these people are fair complected with blue eyes. You would think that they are more like me, It's just amazing. So was there a difficulty in the people that you train, the people that you have in your choir, your new people, for them to make that transition from just regular traditional Christian music to this bold gospel flavor? Or are they just so excited that they can't help themselves and they want to just run all over the place?
I guess it's different, of course, but also as a choir coming to because if we are calm as Swedes, as a singers, we also are very calm churches. So I mean, even if you're a gospel choir, sometimes it's a challenge in Sweden because you can be all excited as a choir, but the congregation are not, they are just sitting here and listening and saying, very nice indeed, and then you come to like Chicago and you have a congregation giving you that response immediately. Right. That's also a new experience, So it's not only that you have to train the choir, you also have to train the congregation to the call and response part. But I always try to say that I'm not in Sweden to promote an African American art form, but there are so many things in call and response and interaction that you can use in whatever music style that you sing in Sweden. I mean, that is the part that is important. What tomorrow brings in a world few. I keep it alive. The road is long. Tell me about the awards that you guys have gotten. And I know you've done a lot of gospel festivals and, with all of the travelings and all the things that you guys have done. So let's talk a little bit about some of the awards that you've gotten. Yeah, well, awards, but I was a part of the Stockholm Gospel Choir Festival that started '88. And actually we have our first gospel choir in Sweden, 68, the Joy Bells. So we have had gospel choirs in Sweden for quite some times. But and we started '88 this festival, gathering the fellowship choir from Chicago came. Yeah. And we started with a few hundred singers. And then we have this festival that gathers like 1,000 or 1,500 singers every year, because Swedish loves to sing like in mass choirs. And then I moved from the capital down to the south to slow down in life, but then they happened to build a new concert hall. So it turned out to Gospel Fest, that where Isaac came to, and that has gathered like over 1,100 singers every year, coming together for one day just to sing and to experience the gospel and the gospel music. I had an award a few, or actually 1 year ago, for a CD I made that is called Small Songs About Big Words, like faith and forgiveness and this grace, this kind of words that we need to talk about. Every time period has their own words, but there are some words that we never can get around if we want to interact as people. And then unfortunately, it's only Swedish, but a few of the songs will come in English in the fall. Well, I think that's just wonderful. And right now we're going to let our viewers take a listen to some of the music that comes out of Sweden. And if you want to, just kind of close your eyes like I do and see if you hear what I hear, because it's simply amazing. Who knows
what tomorrow brings. In a world few hearts survive. All I know is the way I feel. When it's real, I keep it alive. The road is long, and there are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world we know, up where the clear wind blows. Some hang on to used to be, live their lives looking behind. All we have is here and now, all our life out there to find. The road is long, there are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Oh yeah, love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love Sanningen den finns där som en enkel melodi. Där och bara där kan du bli fri. Bortom allt vi sökte, alla frågor utan svar, finns sanningen ändå alltid kvar.
So tell us what do you guys have coming up for the future? What's next for you?
Two things. That CD will be released. Few of the songs in Swedish, sorry, in English. One of the songs is called Words, and the idea is that we have to realize that words are actually seeds that will be sown into you, that can grow and give life, or it can be like a drop of poison that can really kill everything.
Sure.
I mean, words affect you and it will stay in you for a long time. Two things that we will do as soon as the pandemic is over, besides celebrating 5 years with the Gospel Fest with 1,000 singers, is two choir projects. One is called Break the Silence, and it's about mental health. There are so many people feeling down or depressed and thinking that, why am I the only one that are feeling like this? And you put on your mask among your friends, and then you come home and and you're feeling sad. You don't realize that so many people are doing the same thing. The mask that you see, it's that is not how they feel. So this project is songs about breaking the silence, starting to talk to each other.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think it's important, most of all, and we actually will release a song. Do you know the song "A Million Dreams" from the movie The Greatest Showman?
Yes.
Yes. So we did. I couldn't find a good choir arrangement of that song, so I have to do it. If you can't find it, you have to do it yourself.
Sure.
So because I think "A Million Dreams" express what we feel right now. I mean, I'm missing together because that's family and my instrument and everything. And we have a million dreams for when we can start doing that again. So that will be a part of the Break the Silence concert, giving people some dreams.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care.
That's awesome. And when is that concert going to take place?
As soon as we can.
As soon as you
Sweden
can.
Sweden is still closed down, but it's scheduled for like September, October, something. So as soon as we are able to meet and gather a audience again. And then we have in my hometown, Helsingborg, we have a big like a city expo, and I will have the Helsingborg World Choir, because the choir is not only a place where you can grow, but also a place to meet. So I'm gathering people. It's called H22, this expo, because it's the year 2022. So we will gather people from at least 22 nationalities, you know, since music is a universal language, you can bring people together to tear down walls and build bridges and everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Maybe I'll need to put on my docket a trip to Sweden.
Yes, you are welcome. You are very welcome.
Maybe when Calvin comes back or Isaac comes back, I'll
Yes.
piggyback with them and come and kind of sit in on your concerts. And if you
Yes.
need a high gospel soprano singer, you know, I'm there.
Yes,
there.
we do. We can't wait. You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jonas. I really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.